Let us see the next question. Mr. SG sold 4-month Nifty Futures on 1st of February 2020 for rupees 9 lakhs. At the time of closing of the trading on last Thursday of May 2020 expiry, index turned out to be 2100. Contract multiplier, that is the lot size, is 75. Based on above information, calculate first question. Price of one futures contract on 1st of February. Approximate Nifty Sensex on 1st of February 2020 if the price of the futures contract on the same day was theoretically correct. On the same day, risk-free rate of interest and the dividend yield on the index was 9% and 6% per annum respectively. The maximum Contango or backwardation. The payoff of the transaction. Note, carry out the calculation on month basis. That is a question. I request all of you to go through the question, please. Dear students, over here the information is provided to us. That's currently the date is 1st of February. So we understand that's the February, March, April and May. So basically end of the May is the expiry. Like that information is given. Mr. SG has already sold. An amount is 4 lakhs of rupees, 9 lakhs of rupees, and information is given that the 5 contracts have been sold. Let me explain you first of all. 9 lakhs upon 5. So over here 9 lakhs upon 5, that comes to 1,80,000. We understand that the price of one futures contract will be 1,80,000. That is simple answer. The second part of the question says that calculate the approximate Nifty Sensex on 1st of February 2020. Means the question says that you are required to compute the spot index value on 1st of February. That is a question. If the price of the futures contract on the same date was theoretically correct. Okay. So we understand something like this, that the multiplier is 75. So over here, $1,80,000 upon 75. On 1st of February, May futures was 2,400. Like that information is given. Futures price is equal to spot plus interest minus dividend. This is what we understand. So let us assume it to be x plus x into the rate of interest is 9% and the dividend yield is 6%. 0.09 into, language of the question speaks very clearly that you have to take number of months into account instead of number of days. So we understand that into 4 divided by 12 minus x into 0.06 again into 4 divided by 12, and the answer is 2,400. Language of the question speaks that if at all the futures price at which the transaction is entered upon is theoretically correct futures price, then what must be the spot prices required to be calculated by us? So over here it is 2,400 is equal to x plus x into 0.09 minus 0.06 into 4 divided by 12. This is what we understand. So 0.09 minus 0.06, that comes to 3%, into 4 divided by 12, that comes to 1%. So 2400 is equal to 1.01x. So x will be calculated as balancing figure, and it comes to 2376.24. This is the way, say, we are required to make the computation of the spot index value. So let us write first of all answer for the first two questions, and then we will see the remaining questions. Answer of the first question. The first question says that you are required to compute the price of one futures contract. Price of one futures contract. In that, futures value divided by number of contracts. So this is an amount of 9 lakhs divided by 5. So the answer comes to rupees 1,80,000. That is how the answer of the first question can be found. Second question. Calculation of spot index value. In that, working note number 1. Calculation of futures index value. In that, futures value for one contract divided by lot size. $1,80,000 upon 75. 2,400. Next, calculation of spot index value. Again friends, over here, if at all we would have been given continuously compounded rate of interest, we would have used that, but that information is not given, so we have to use the simple interest rate. So futures index value is equal to spot index value plus interest minus dividend. So this is x plus x into 9% into 4 divided by 12. X into 6% into 4 divided by 12. And futures index value is 2,400. So 2,400 is equal to x plus x into 0.09 minus 0.06 into 4 divided by 12. So 2,400 is equal to 3% into 4 divided by 12. That comes to 1%. X plus x into 0.01. So 1.01x. So this 2,400 upon 1.01. 2376.24. That is the way we are required to make the calculation of the spot index value. Next question. The question says that say the maximum Contango or backwardation. That is what say we are required to find. Let us see that say what do we understand with that, and I am giving explanation of the same to you. Third question. Everybody is requested to pay attention. Let me explain to you. First of all, I am taking some like hypothetical values to give you explanation before we do answer of this question. 1st of January, 31st of March. Let us say that the spot price of the equity share is 1000 and futures price for 31st of March is 1200. We understand that over here it is spot plus interest minus dividend. That is what we have is the calculation based on which the futures price is calculated. Now gradually we understand that always what will happen as the time period passes by, the spot price of the equity share will reach to this price for which the futures transaction is entered upon. In a way that if at all you will see that the futures price on 25th of March, that is the spot price on 25th of March, then in that case it will be near to 1200. So what will happen that the spot price of the equity share will reach to the, that is near to the futures price for which the transaction is entered upon. And then that is the spot price of the equity share will change and it will reach to the near to the spot price of the, that is futures price will change, and it will change in such a way so that the spot and the futures price would be same on 31st of March. That is what we understand. That is on the last date. So here we understand that first of all, working note number 1, calculation of basis. Basis is calculated over here. It is spot minus futures. This is the way the basis is calculated. What is the spot price of equity share? Over here, that is spot value of the index over here. It is 2376.24. Minus futures value is 2400. So 2376.24 minus 2400. So it comes to 23.76. This is the way, so the basis is calculated. Now, as far as the basis value is concerned, it may be less than 0, that is negative, and it may be positive. If at all it is positive, then in that case it is given a name as backwardation, and this is given a name as Contango. That is what we understand. So gradually what happens at the spot price of the underlying asset will reach near to the F price of the underlying asset. This is what we understand is the concept that we have. Over here the question says that you just have to make the computation of the Contango or backwardation. We can see that the answer is negative over here. So since the answer is negative, so we understand that this is Contango. This is what we understand. So write down basis and we'll write one line answer that as basis is negative, so it is Contango. With paragraph write down. As basis is less than 0, comma, it is called Contango. Full stop.